It's Friday on Your View. Welcome to the show. I am Murayo Afolabi Brown. As always, I have the ladies with me. Alaja Nima Akashat Zaberi, how are you?
Good morning. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, ladies, for my birthday gift. Thank you, everyone, for the birthday wishes. Thank you for the calls, the prayers. I can't thank you enough. And it's not a slight that I didn't pick some calls. I really wanted to sleep yesterday. I was dragged for lunch, and all I wanted to do when I got home was sleep. So I turned off my phone and slept. Thank you so much. Today is my 16th wedding anniversary.
Congratulations.
Thank you to my father for the good choice that he made for me. And to my partner and husband, thank you for the wonderful years. And I'm looking forward to the beautiful future together.
Many, many more years.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Hello, Mariam. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. It's the weekend again. I was just going back to school shopping with the kids and...
School shopping, okay?
Back to school shopping.
How is it back
From
to school?
now?
It's not September.
It's cheaper now.
I don't know about cheaper, but I mean, it's almost...
Like, it's not almost anything. It's still like...
We have like
September.
2 more weeks. We have, yes, they resume on the 1st of September. My kids resume on the 1st of September. Well, different schools, maybe different calendars. So, well, just my daughter actually resumes first week in September. So, yeah. And also, she's excited. Maybe because she's excited, we're doing the shopping early. It's nice to see her in her school uniform, the skirts, the tie, and everything. She is so excited. And, you know, she's making us also feel really excited. She has plans of what she wants to do, how she wants to. But then there's this Stanley Cup that has become such a huge trend. And I'm wondering why an 11-year-old thinks she needs one. She knelt down in the store, begged me, sent me a what do you call it, presentation on why she needs it. And one of the things is, well, it's large, so it has a large capacity to hold water, it's durable, it can hold cold and hot water, and finally, very important, it's trendy and you make her look cool. So that's where we are. So we have decided.
I hope you got it.
We are thinking about it.
With all that presentation and everything.
First of all, I feel like I'm a bad mother. This thing your daughter is doing of school shopping. My daughter has been telling me since last year, that's Michelle.
Yeah.
Mommy, I need to get my clothes, I need to try it on. I'm thinking, calm down, please. It's still September, it's far away. So maybe I should take a cue and actually go and find out exactly where they resume.
And you are doing like many kids shopping now. Won't you want to do it ahead?
Well, right?
Yeah.
I mean, she's been bugging me. And then this Stanley Cup thing, she had that Stanley Cup moment too. And she told my niece. That one now started finding the years. You think buying Stanley Cup is the first? That's just the first step.
Okay, what's next?
The next layer, the accessories that come with it.
Yeah. Plus accessories, yes.
The handle, the stuff. There's so many. They start taking stuff.
Yes.
You just started.
I said we have just entered secondary school. That's the thing with girls. When my son was going, he just wanted his uniform. Please let him just go to school.
For girls,
Number two, how you doing?
I'm doing well. So I want to complain about the fact that now getting our license is like, I have a client that I'm trying to renew her NAFDAC number. So now to renew your NAFDAC number and all the SON and everything, you need to have your TIN. And processing the TIN, since how many weeks now we've been trying to process it, they have been saying that the TIN is down, the server is down and everything. So because of that, we have not been able to renew, and it takes like 6 months before you can renew the your license and everything. If you don't do it early, you are going to pay for late this thing. That means you pay for the late registration and everything. So, and it's a lot of money. So that problem is really it's really getting on us and everything. Yes, I help people do it, and also it's really getting on us and everything. And you can imagine how it's going to be for people who are trying to get into business and run businesses like this. All of this government agencies make it easy for us, yes, to be able to do all of those things.
This thing, I always notice, like, what is it exactly? This orange thing on your tips.
This is Lely.
No, not Lely. Lely is what you draw.
It's henna.
This is the original color.
Oh, the same thing.
That's the real color of henna.
Oh, nice. Okay, interesting. Cool. Yeah. So my husband is out of town this weekend, so the kids are there planning, like, okay, mommy, we have the house to ourselves. What are we going to do? And I'm thinking, calm down.
We'll put him on the phone if you don't.
So he leaves for Abuja this weekend. He's back, I think, Monday morning. So they are all planning things, things that he could not allow. So let's do it.
Indulge them.
So we're thinking, okay, right after the show, I'll just go out with them. We'll just find something to do. I don't want to spend money, man, because, I keep telling them, I said, after August, there's no salary. We're back to square one. Ladies and gentlemen.
Stop saying that. Stop saying that.
I kept telling the guys, that Monday is not coming. Now I have to be very, very prudent. So this, I want to pizza, I want to see, we have to calm down. These things
do something at home. There's always, I've always done things. I prefer doing my own celebrations and partying at home instead of spending, going out. Going out can deck you so much, in one day.
But that's what they've been doing with daddy. Now with mommy is here, they want to go out. It's okay. So have the going out.
You can actually cook in the house.
And she does not, it's not that
everything.
They roll like.
Thank you. Just take them out for ice cream or something.
Please.
Let's go to a short break.
Buy a bucket of ice cream is cheaper. And
cheaper than what?
We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. We're going to start with the nation. Okonjo-Iweala gave Tinubu credit for stabilizing the economy. Kwara monarch to indigents of community attacked by terrorists come home. Inflation drops for fourth consecutive time. EFCC begins arraignment of 93 arrested at the OBJ library. Obi endorses ADC candidates in by-elections. Subsidy withdrawal facilitator of development says Mbah, and PENCOM seeks increase in federal government's police pension contribution. Okay, which story are we starting with?
Major headline. Let me take that. So the Dr. Ngozi Okonjo-Iweala yesterday, while speaking with journalists after she visited with the president, while speaking to them, she described. She lauded the president's economic reforms. She described them as being pivotal in restoring economic stability and also laying the groundwork for sustainable growth. She basically just saying that, he should be commended for bringing about stability. And she says that the next step we need to do is, is growth. We now need to grow the economy. We need to put social safety nets so that people who are feeling the pinch of the reforms can also have some support to weather the hardship. As we know, Okonjo-Iweala is a respected voice when it comes to the economy and finance. And I feel that just her saying that will give Nigerians a little bit of relief that, he seems to be going in the right direction, which she said. And she said she was also there with him to talk about the launch of the Women Exporters in Digital Economy Fund, which is a joint initiative of the World Trade Organization and the International Trade Center. And she says it's a $50 million global fund that will empower women entrepreneurs in digital trade. I saw actually the interview. She really went on to talk about how, thousands of women had applied to it. Over 60-something thousand Nigerian women applied for it, and over 100,000. Got it. So she's quite proud of what we're doing as Nigerian women in business. Yeah.
Okay, let me take Governor Mbah. Governor Mbah is doing some amazing things, and he's telling us that he's using judiciously the money that has been freed up from subsidy. According to him, yesterday he was inaugurating quite a bit of modern transportation in Enugu, and I think it was 5 ultra-modern transportation terminals in various parts of Enugu. And he had invited the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, to be there. He was saying that the subsidy removal freed up quite a number of funds, quite a bit of funds, for governors to undertake projects for the benefit of their people. So specifically, he said for them in Enugu, we are able to accomplish all we promised our people during their campaign. He said that he's been able to build 7,000 classrooms, 3,300 hospital beds, and 2,000 hectares of 360 farm estates across the 260 ward of the states. He also pledged more support for the policies of the federal government. The governor also launched 100 out of the 200 CNG buses that was acquired for transportation system in the state. The terminals visited and personally inaugurated with the Holy Ghost Terminal 1.
You're wondering?
Holy Ghost
They're reading that right.
2, like, come on, man, Nigerians, we just got to be so Nigerian. I'm sure there's spiritual number 3, I'm sure. Let me see. There are quite a number of them. Anyway, so, I mean, bottom line, he's saying he's putting the money he's been able to get to good use. We hope other governors are doing the same thing, because the truth is that we cannot continue to depend on federal
government. We need the Holy Ghost.
Yeah, so Holy Ghost Terminal 1. Because if you don't see Holy Ghost, you won't go to that train station.
No. You must carry your people's sentiments.
Yeah, definitely.
You know that it's man of God and in that side of the room.
Okay, now.
So if he doesn't do it. Well, the EFCC has arraigned 93 suspected fraudsters that they arrested at the Olusegun Obasanjo Presidential Library. And so they said that they got wind that these people were celebrating, holding a pool party at this facility to celebrate their illicit gains, and then the EFCC followed them there. So they had been on their trail. They were supposed to have these parties in 2 other places, but they decided that it was bigger to use the Olusegun Obasanjo Presidential Library, and so they went there for the pool party. The EFCC came in and arrested them. They said they were indicted for offences ranging from impersonation to identity theft to various forms of internet fraud, and some of them had confessed to their involvement in the cybercrime. And so they also used the opportunity to clarify to the management of the facility. You know, that one is insisting on 3.5 billion settlements for various infractions. And they are saying this was not a target at the facility, nor the patron of the facility, that these were people who they had been investigating. And so they'll be arraigned today before Justice the Ededikpo of the Federal High Court in Ikoyi. I'm really impressed with EFCC. I just hope that they have concrete cases.
Yes.
I think this also for business owners. It says try and vet your people,
No,
your clients. You try and do a bit of that before.
They're bringing in funds.
You can't be perfect, but try. Let that be something that we look at. When people bring their businesses. Yeah.
Okay, the punch. Pension funds strike countdown actually begins as PENCOM and Labour disagree. Picture story here. PDP inaugurates 44-member committee, demands begins total loyalty. Police crush armed robber operating from Lagos refuse dump. By-elections, INEC deploys poll materials as parties end campaigns. Sting operation, EFCC denies targeting Obasanjo and arraigns suspects today. Tambuwal fights back over 189 billion naira EFCC probe, and FG settles 2 trillion naira contractor bills, plans 2025 capital budget spending. Let's take a story before the break.
Operatives of Lagos State Police Command have killed the suspected armed robber operating from a refuse dump in Abule Egba. They said that the suspect is identified simply as Blessing. He was gunned down early hours of the day. So this source that the paper was talking to said that the detectives stormed this refuse dump in Cantagua area of the community around 1:30. And when Blessing saw them, he opened fire. So he actually forced the police officers into a gun duel, and he sustained some bullet wounds. But by the time he was taken to the hospital, he was already declared dead. The police command here in the state has confirmed the incident, and they said operations was carried out based on the confessions of a notorious robbery suspect, Yakubu Adeyemi, a 43-year-old, who had been arrested earlier, and that was what they used in, for that operation when they got him.
Okay, let's go on a very short break now. When we come back, we'll continue with the review. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view.
Imagine a country with over 300 plenty languages. Why you go the only focus on Yoruba, Hausa and Igbo? Where we get a common language where they unite everybody from Oga to even Madam self and every person where they for street. That's why we dey introduce you 89.9 Yanga FM, the #1 urban pidgin radio station where they unite us all. From the award-winning breakfast show, Waiting Day, with your brother, your friend, Wale Po.
Everywhere. So, Bobo.
Gen Z, it a joke for this song.
This is not Cruise Express.
And this go be the best 4 hours of our life. Country people, make una join us.
Oh.
Now we be What's Up Naija crew. Now we they give you what they sup for inside we country.
Yes, so.
Keep it loud.
You've got me your papa. Why you not gonna make younger?
Come to a holla.
Now here we they settle all the matter.
Bro, you're right here. Nobody better than we, right?
Okay, now whispers be that. Make I just be the last sensible voice where you go hear.
Now we be 89.9 Yanga FM.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers. Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are a long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government. I will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyinbo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call permanent solutions.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crumbs of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe it's achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless. I'm Adedoja Salamadini. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
I'm Nifemi Oguntoye, news anchor with TVC News. My day is usually busy and it's difficult keeping up with breaking news stories, trending stories, business news, stock exchange and what have you. But with TVC News on WhatsApp, I'm able to catch up with all the breaking news, real-time updates and trending stories on the go, right on my phone, no matter where I am. It's quick, easy and always on. And here you can join us by scanning the QR code or using the link on our X and Instagram. Why wait? Come to the side of news that keeps you ahead. TVC News, first with breaking news.
I'm Miriam Lunge. I'm a passionate environment advocate and a published author.
I am the founder of Celebration, a businesswoman, and a fashion icon.
I am a wealth coach and a real estate developer.
I am Amako Arakwe. I'm a corporate commercial lawyer and an entrepreneur.
Barkamu da warhaka. I am Ramatu Shehu Oyibo, an entrepreneur and a business coach.
I am the voice of an average Muslim woman, an hijabite, and a lawyer.
I am a polymath and a serial entrepreneur.
I am Murayo Afolabi Brown, Managing Director, TVC Entertainment. I'm a media consultant, producer, and Thanks for staying with us. We're still reviewing Punch story.
Okay, so I have the story of Tambuwal and the 189 billion naira fraud. They said the former Sokoto State Governor and Senator representing Sokoto South, Aminu Waziri Tambuwal, has vowed not to be silenced by what he described as intimidation and blackmail. As we know earlier on, the EFCC had arrested him and detained him for a night over the alleged sum of the 189 billion naira fraud, which he was later on released on administrative bail. But that when he returned to Sokoto on Thursday, he returned to a hero's welcome from thousands of supporters. He had to address the supporters by telling them that he pledged to continue the fight for equitable and democratic governance in the state. He said, and I quote, "I cannot be intimidated or blackmailed. I believe I shall be vindicated and victory shall be ours," he declared. And he said that he honored the agency's invitation, that's EFCC, when they invited him on the August 6th, but was denied release on personal recognition, despite his credentials as a former Speaker of the House of Representatives, 2-term governor and 7 senator. He said they insisted that I must provide 2 top civil servants as sureties, and he said my request was turned down despite being accompanied by 3 senior advocates of Nigeria. I was remanded in cell 23. Later on, he now said that that the present government is the one that is orchestrating a kangaroo investigative committee against him, stressing that no competent authority had found him guilty of any wrongdoing. So he's a political here and there and everything. So
okay.
I have a story. I want to move on.
I have a story.
Okay. Okay, so the INEC, as you know, they're preparing for the elections on Saturday, said that, of course, campaigns closed yesterday in the 16 constituencies across 12 states that they'll be holding by-elections in. So they have asked political parties, their agents, and their candidates and supporters and observers and media and security agencies to please adhere strictly to the provisions of the law and regulations guiding these elections. Non-sensitive materials also have been deployed. They'll be holding elections for senatorial districts, 2 of them, one in Anambra, one in Edo, and 5 federal constituencies in Edo, Jigawa, Kaduna, Ogun, Oyo states, and 9 state constituencies in Adamawa, Anambra, Kaduna, 2 in Kaduna, Kano, Kogi, Niger, Taraba, Zamfara states, and the court-ordered reruns will also take place in Enugu South 1 constituency and Gari, Sanyawa state constituency in Kano state.
Okay.
So we're waiting to see.
So good news for federal government contractors. The federal government has cleared 2 trillion naira outstanding capital budget obligations from the 2024 fiscal year budget, with the pledge to prioritize the timely release of 2025, because many contractors have been worried about the fact that their money is still stuck and even the 2025 budget hasn't been cleared. So now the government is saying we've cleared all outstanding bills. So if you're a contractor, hopefully you've gotten your alerts by now. The Minister of Finance also said that in the last quarter we did pay our contractors, and that they're hoping that the 2025 obligations will be processed and will then be able to shift to the release of the 2025 fiscal releases. I'm congratulations, because many people have been worried about the fact that government hasn't paid up from last year's bill. Okay, moving on quickly now to Vanguard. How modern life is rendering men infertile. Who has that story?
I do.
Economy now stable under Tinubu, says Okonjo-Iweala. Democracy, don't undermine opposition parties. Semblef cautions APC and INEC. Boko Haram, US OK's $346 million arms sale to Nigeria. Rivers local government polls. Rivers State IEC, that's the Independent Electoral Commission, gets voters register, insists on August 30th date. NLC issues 7-day strike notice over the pension and NSITF funds. States have received 7.1 trillion under current administration, says Wale Edun. Okay, which story?
The men, no.
Why they make that? Banga made the major headlines.
Yes.
All these national problems.
I'm telling you, when
the fertility of men that
because it is it's going to affect mankind, is what they say. Population. Yes. They say it's a serious issue.
Tell us what happened.
They said red flag everywhere. But let me just give summary because it's a lot. It says that sperm counts dropped 62.3% worldwide over 50 years. Testosterone levels are dropping, and they are saying plastics, environmental toxins are waging war on male fertility, and the human race is not winning infertility battle despite advancement. They're saying lifestyle, climate change are major drivers. Crucial role of sperm DNA fragmentation, DFI. They're saying also that there's hope in advanced reproductive treatment. So, see, first of all, they said we have a serious problem on our hands. You see, when it's a problem that has to do with men. The way they come out. They said the traditional notion where it's usually a woman, but what they've been seeing recently is men. So low sperm count, poor quality of sperm, and a lot has to do with their lifestyle. They say stress is a factor, environmental toxins, that people are eating out of plastic, putting food in their plastic and putting heat on it. All that is affecting sperm count. If you see the long thing that they discussed here, they said data from Nigeria and 52 other countries shows a decline of around 2.5% each year in total sperm concentration since the year 2000. Said something is wrong with men's sperm count around the world, something that cannot be explained by genetics. So they are also asking for technological advancement. Now they're asking men to freeze their sperm. While you are young and the thing is still good quality, they're asking you to now start freezing.
So the same problem don't jump in.
It's a problem.
God, they are suspects. How you make that kind of thing major headline?
It's major headline.
Right.
So, according to the Minister for Economy, Coordinating Minister for the Economy and Minister for Finance, Mr. Wale Edun, he says that all these our state governors, on touchlight on them and the local government, aside their regular statutory allocation. So statutory allocation on one side. Excess that has been shared because of the removal of subsidy. In this administration alone, is 7.1 trillion.
Lord of Jesus.
That they have collected. So if the governor is not launching transport system in your state and they are not building new hospitals in your state, carry torchlight.
Find out.
Check out that local government chairman, whether he's building house in another place, the eyebrow, and your state's primary health care center is dilapidated. Go on torchlight.
If you're in the south, check if they're building house in Lagos. If you're in the north, check if they're building house in Abuja.
Because President Bola Ahmed Tinubu have been giving them money.
Aside their statutory.
Aside state allocation. So
excess.
Follow constitution and check what your state allocation is. But then go and check on the extra that they have been giving them. All of them, state and local government, nobody cheated. 7.1 trillion.
The president
money is still coming out
and said something like that. He said, hold your governors accountable.
We will hold them. We will hold them in the waste. The gutters that did not spray do that, they are doing budget. All those your states, local government assembly. Yes, so my community is suffering from landslides and flood.
One state by state, Kogi,
everywhere.
Landslide and flood. You will see the roads in front of my father-in-law's house is divided by water and flood. I'm going to untouch light on our local government chairman, untouch light on the state governor. I'm going to untouch light on all of you.
Okay, so the United States Department has approved the potential foreign military sale worth $346 million to improve Nigerian government's capability to counter terrorism and illicit trafficking in Nigeria and the Gulf of Guinea. The U.S. Defense Secretary Cooperation Agency delivered the required clarification, notifying the U.S. Congress of the possible sale yesterday. So it's still a pie in the sky. It's not done yet, but there's a possibility. The proposed sale comes days after the U.S. government urged coordinated response between the West African nations and their neighboring Sahelian states to combat terrorist groups such as Boko Haram, ISWAP, and others. The call comes amidst the escalating terrorist attack in the region and crisis in Sudan, which has exacerbating instability in the West African region. So I really hope that you get the sale and now to get the weapons.
Yes. So I have a story from they said don't undermine opposition parties, says the SMBL, that's the Southern and Middle Belt Leaders Forum. They have warned that the All Progressive, that's APC, and the Independent, that's INEC, against undermining opposition political parties through intimidation, inducement, and infiltration of other underhand tactics. He said that this is a critical period in our national history. The role of the opposition goes beyond contesting elections. It includes holding the government to account, offering alternative policies, defending citizens' rights, and ensuring political power is not treated as the birthright of any party. They also said the forum also lamented that the ongoing internal wrangling within opposition ranks was inadvertently creating room for political monopoly and stifling the accountability and encouraging impunity. He's trying to say that they should make sure that, so that everybody can have a free hand and be able to do things. Just a short story.
Fantastic.
And also urge that all opposition parties, regardless of ideology differences, to set aside ego, personal ambition,
we
and
have heard it before.
Petty talks here and
Not
there.
today. We've heard all this rhetoric before, but it's just the implementation. Okay, let's go on a short break now. Next, we move to a special feature from Nestle Nigeria Cerelac. Stay with us, right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Little body, big moves. Little brain, big learning. Your little child is eager to do big things. Every sachet comes with the nutrients they need every day. Made from natural grains, contains protein and fortified with iron to support their physical growth, learning, and development. So you can fully enjoy your little one's big moments of growth.
TerraCube is available in beef, chicken, jollof and shrimp flavors at attractive prices of 50, 100, 200 and 500 naira.
TerraCube, unwrap joy, unleash taste. The world needs moms.
The ladies of Your View are made of women from different professions, tribes, cultures, and religion. Join us every Monday to Friday as we share our views on topical and social issues.
This is not just a round table. This is the Black Table.
This is the Black Table, where real men speak the truth about the world we live in, the games we play, the power we chase, and the women who shake it off. Unfiltered.
There's this entitlement to choice.
Unapologetic.
There's something in sociology that said even crime has an advantage in the society.
Unafraid.
In my practice, I found that sometimes the woman is saying honey, but you are hearing monkey.
Sports, politics, culture, women, and what it means to be a man in today's world. No scripts, no safe zones, just grown conversations. So pull up a chair if you're built for it. This is the Black Table.
Person waiting for street. That's why we introduce you 89.9 Yanga FM, the #1 urban pidgin radio station where they unite us all. From the award-winning breakfast show, Waiting Day, with your brother, your friend, Wale Po.
Everywhere. So, Baba.
You a job for this time.
This is Nakus Express.
And this go be the best 4 hours of our life. Country people, make una join us.
Oh. Now we be What's Up Naija crew. Now we they give you what they sup for inside we country.
Yes, so
keep it loud.
You've got me your papa. Why you not gonna make younger?
Compound to a holla. Now here we dey settle all the matter.
Bro, right here. Nobody better than we, right?
Okay, now whispers be that. Make I just be the last sensible voice where you go here.
Now we be 89.9 Yanga FM.
Level 2, electrified fence. Space terrifying. Let's get out of here.
Hey Nick fam! Remember, Nick on TVC is your one-stop for engaging children's shows like El Tigre, Paw Patrol, SpongeBob SquarePants, Kung Fu Panda, and lots more to keep the kids glued to their screens. Catch us on Mondays to Fridays at 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. and Saturdays and Sundays from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. right here on TVC.
Welcome back to our special feature. So today we'll be diving into a topic every parent wrestles with. How do we manage our children's screen time without becoming the fun police? And more importantly, how do we get them engaged in the real world, not just the digital world? To join the conversation, you can call us on 020-163-52013, 090-241-63440. You can also send us messages on X and YouTube. We'll be happy to share your thoughts. So, screen time versus no screen time. I mean, especially this holiday, they are constantly glued. I mean, last night my daughter told me that, Mommy, please, when you're leaving, can you just charge my iPad? And I'm thinking, like, because I barred them from charging the iPad while in my room. So she's reminding me, she's sleepy on my way to the car. Did you charge it? Because the charger is only in my room. And I'm thinking, girl, get away from here, please. So screen time is so important to this case. And I just wonder, how do you manage it, especially when it comes to giving them something to snack on or to distract them from that screen time?
Yeah. Okay, so me, how I manage screen time, this is what I do. So I had to do a timetable, the daily timetable. So what we do is when we wake up in the morning, we do our chores, we do everything. He makes sure that they fix their bed, they eat their meals and all of that. And after that, there's a lesson teacher that comes, you go for your lessons because some of my kids complained about some of the subjects they were having difficulties. They said, okay, let's get someone to help them through. So after that, that's when you give them, I'll now give them maybe like an hour or two to be on the screen. So most times maybe they can go on the screen to watch a movie, but unlike my son, we go on the screen to play his PlayStation, while my daughters, they go on the screen, of course, social media and all of that. And after that, just 2 hours, after that, then they go for games. Like he goes out to play ball, while the others go, like my daughter plays lawn tennis, some of them, sometimes they play table tennis. But there has to be a game that they have to, either outdoor games or indoor games. Indoor games, we do Monopoly. We can play Scrabble, they can play word card and all of that. So those are the ways that we are able to reduce the screen time. And then in the evening, on maybe like before bed, maybe an hour or two, just for them just to, catch up on things and, with their friends online. So we really, these are the things, the activities we put in place. Okay. And then sometimes we even do dance and then sometimes we actually go out. The last time I took them skating.
So a perfect mommy. You got it all covered.
Yeah, so
nice.
Because we have a timetable, so.
Okay, nice. I like that. Timetable makes sense. Mariam, how are you?
I've talked about our Sunday lunch in my house. It's become a ritual. It's something that I started last year, and now, everybody is in on that. And I find that on Sundays, everybody is just involved in making sure that that happens, and there's really no time, and at that period there's no screen time. Sundays usually no screen days, and also it's an opportunity to bond as a family. So at first it was a bit, you find that some people didn't like the fact that they had to sit through and just be looking at each other, but now we all look forward to it. It's now an opportunity for us to ask each other questions, find out what you're dealing with. You know, many times our children don't really talk to us, but when they're around the table in a safe environment like that, because we're all gisting, then it's easier for them to open up and also ask us questions. And because we're in the ambience allows for exchange ideas with them, you just even get to see your children better. You hear them speak, you understand that they are growing. So, and then there's the family game night, which is just games. My son is the game master. Make sure that games are curated that's once a month. So that also helps us take us away from the screen. So that's something that we do, and I find that it's very helpful in bonding. So meal times are great times for bonding, as well as just, you know, taking away from screen. Yeah.
Okay, so I visited your house when you traveled, and I made the mistake of coming with a big box of pizza. I met them; they were all busy making. Getting food ready for it was a Sunday. I was shocked, and you were not around. Everybody was doing one thing or the other, getting the food ready. They offered me, but I refused to stay because she would catch me. I just dropped my pizza and walked up. So in my own family, we get to eat only dinner as a family because of my schedule, and it's a freestyle parenting. I hate screen time, but when I'm out of the house, what can we do? I come back and I see my room. If I take their gadgets, I come back and see my room upside down, because somebody had been searching, where did she hide it? If they can't find it, when they come back, they're extremely upset. But guess where I hide it? That they don't find it.
Don't say it.
Bookshelf.
They will hear it now. You have to change the hiding.
Because I'm going to. I deliberately put it between the books to see who would go to the bookshelf without me being there.
So they can read.
So
if you are reading, you will find it.
always miss it there. And I just wonder the children. I love reading to them, so I still do every evening. I've been reading to them since RDJ taught me to practice reading, and so I still do it. And it's just, you know, something that helps us bond. Except and our solar, our family prayers, because we don't get to go to a mosque in my estate. We have to do our compulsory prayers together when we're at home. The Subi prayer and all of those things can help us take away from bonding. When I'm doing tafsir for them in the mornings, those are our bonding times. I see that, you know, screen times, some of these habits that, like some emotions they can't guard anymore, they can't control, especially for my son, is because of what he sees on the kind of games that he watches. You know, my little boy, Zaid, one of the things I thank God for, because of his mom's history. She had paraparesis during his pregnancy, so I always feel he was a small baby because of that. We'll do everything to give him enough nutrition, and so Cerelac is a nice option. He loves it, and I'm grateful to God. That completes, you know, the nutrients for me.
I was going to go back to because our kids are a bit older, but remember when they were younger.
I have a confession. When I was in university, I used to eat Cerelac. I would buy it, I hide it, and that would make sense. Because when the younger ones, like my younger ones came, they would make Cerelac and they would not give us. And you taste a bit of it and it's so nice. So when I became independent, I used my money and I bought Cerelac and I would eat it.
On the backlog. But yeah, but going back to when our kids were younger, you know, Cerelac was actually an option, so something where you give the kids, just because they had these really thick tablets back then. Right now they are small, they are thinner, but back then the tablets were thicker. Right? Like my daughter used to be so engrossed in it, and just to get her to focus on something else, we have to move that away and then have a nice bowl of Cerelac, and we just have that time to just get her blabbing away with different colors, talking. But you can see the fact that she loved it and she enjoyed it, and it was an affordable option for me. I mean, Cerelac was always an affordable option back then. So I mean, I think it's an opportunity for new mothers now who are also battling with this issue of screen time to use meal time as an opportunity to distract their kids.
So now, when Zaid was between 2 and 3, we were winning him, and we winned him into various baby options before we found Cerelac, which was a Nigerian alternative. And I love the fact that he will go and, when he wants to eat, instead of telling you to take you to where it is and hold his plate. That is like, just make it. Once he's done with that, he's looking for his gadget again, but it's enough distraction, you know, each time he goes to the place to make it.
So I think in the nutshell,
at this age now, even my son still takes Cerelac till date. And you know, the funny thing about it, the good thing about Cerelac is that as at the time, I remember when I used to give my kids, you know, normal cereals. The time when Cerelac came out, they came out with different flavors. They came out with, you see, wheat mixed with apple, and while the other cereals didn't have all that combination. So they had all that combination. Sometimes you have one with yogurt, and the kids really, really loved it. And I remember my son liking the wheat mixed with banana and nuts, almond nuts. Very nice. He really loved it. And he still takes it to
we have to wrap up, because I think I have to confess that I was also bought my own. I think Cameron going to put us in the spot like this, but yes, I also did. As an adult, I bought. All right, that's all we can take on this special feature. When we come back and move on to our next segment, stay with us. We'll be right back.
Imagine a country with over 300 plenty languages. Why you go the only focus on Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbo? When we get a common language, where they unite everybody from Oga to even Madam self, and every person waiting for street. That's why we introduce you 89.9 Yanga FM, the #1 urban pidgin radio station where they unite us all. From the award-winning breakfast show, Waiting Day, with your brother, your friend, Wale Po.
Everywhere.
So, Baba.
Gen Z, you dey chop for this time.
This is not Cruise Express.
And this go be the best 4 hours of our life. Country people, make una join us.
Now we be What's Up Naija crew. Now we they give you what they sup for inside we country.
Yes, so
keep it loud.
If God be your papa, why you not gonna make younger?
Compound to a holla.
now here we dey settle all the matter.
Bro, we right here. Nobody better than we, right?
I can always best be that. Make I just be the last sensible voice where you go hear.
Now we be 89.9 Yanga FM.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers. Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are a long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government that will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyinbo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call a permanent solution.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crimes of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe is achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless. I'm Adedoja Salamadini. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
I'm Nifemi Oguntoye, news anchor with TVC News. My day is usually busy and it's difficult keeping up with breaking news stories, trending stories, business news, stock exchange and what have you. But with TVC News on WhatsApp, I'm able to catch up with all the breaking news, real-time updates and trending stories on the go, right on my phone, no matter where I am. It's quick, easy and always on. And here you can join us by scanning the QR code or using the link on our X and Instagram. Why wait? Come to the side of news that keeps you ahead. TVC News, first with breaking news.
I'm Miriam Lunge. I'm a passionate environment advocate and a published author.
I
I am the founder of Celebration, a businesswoman, and a fashion icon.
I am a wealth coach and a real estate developer.
I am Amako Arakwe. I'm a corporate commercial lawyer and an entrepreneur.
Barkamu da warhaka. I am Ramatu Shehu Oyibo, an entrepreneur and a business coach.
I am the voice of an average Muslim woman, an hijabite, and a lawyer.
I am a polymath and a serial entrepreneur.
I am Murayo Afolabi Brown, Managing Director, TVC Entertainment. I'm a media consultant, producer, and broadcaster.
The ladies of your view are made of women from different professions, tribes, cultures, and religion. Join us every Monday to Friday as we share our views on topical and social issues.
This is not just the round table. This is the black table.
This is the Black Table, where real men speak the truth about the world we live in, the games we play, the power we chase, and the women who shake it off. Unfiltered.
There's this entitlement to choice.
Unapologetic.
There's something in sociology that said even crime has an advantage in the society.
Unafraid.
In my practice, I found that sometimes the woman is saying honey, but you are hearing monkey.
Sports, politics, culture, women, and what it means to be a man in today's world. No scripts, no safe zones, just grown conversations. So pull up a chair if you're built for it. This is the Black Table.
And of course, it is my religion. Mari mabu ga peskele, majawon laya peskele, peskele, hey, yeah, peskele. Entertainment in my world.
Yaa Ashantewa was born on 17th October 1814 Bisiase, present-day Ghana. The daughter of Kwaku Apoma and Atapo, her brother Afrani Panin became the chief of Edweso, a nearby community. After a childhood without incident, she cultivated crops on the land around Boankra. She entered a polygamous marriage with a man from Kumasi, with whom she had a daughter. She was appointed by her brother, Nana Akwasi Afrani Pese, ruler of Edweso. When her brother died in 1894, Yaa Ashantewa used her right as Queen Mother to nominate her own grandson as Eji Suhene. When the British exiled her grandson to the Seychelles in 1896, along with the King of Ashanti Prempeh I and other members of the Ashanti government, Yaa Ashantewa became the regent of the Jisu Juaben district in the Ashanti Empire, now part of modern-day Ghana. After the exile of Prempeh I, the British Governor-General of the Gold Coast, Frederick Hodgson, demanded the golden stool, the symbol of the Ashanti nation. There was a disagreement among the members of the Ashanti government at Kumasi on how to go about this. In 1900, she led the Ashanti War, also known as the War of the Golden Stool, against the British Empire. The Ashanti-British War of the Golden Stool, also known as the Yaa Ashantewa War, was led by Queen Mother Nana Yaa Ashantewa with an army of about 5,000. During the fighting, Queen Yaa Ashantewa and 15 other closest advisors were captured, and they too were sent into exile to the Seychelles.
Thanks for staying with us. In recent years, among our youngsters, a dazzling new trend has swept through our secondary schools. It's glamorous, it's extravagant. They call it the prom night. Luxury cars roll up to red carpets, cameras are flashing, people are wearing designer gowns, sparkle under the lights. For some, it's a rite of passage, a celebration of hard work and youthful dreams. For others, it's a worrying display of excess privilege and social pressure. Now, what are your thoughts? Because the culture of prom is not just local, it's international. I mean, many across the world, many people have been going to prom for decades. And obviously, even this problem of the opulence has actually changed, has progressed, I would say, in the sense that across the world, we've seen prom nights go from regular father dropping the daughter to them renting a limousine and getting a whole carriage, convoy. Some go with their carriage, with the horse carriage. They get all creative. So we see the trend is fast coming to Nigeria, where not just the creativity is being displayed, but the opulence, the extravagance is being displayed in different levels. What are your thoughts on this exactly? Because we are thinking, is this about pride, or is this about just following a trend? You can join the conversation 020-163-52013, 090-241-63440. You can also send us messages on X and on YouTube. We'll be happy to read your messages. I remember my own prom night. I mean, it was a big night. I think I was 16. I wore a black dress. I think I still have the picture. My date was a guy called Sean. And he got a limousine, picked me up at my house. I think it was 7 p.m. or something. You know, my brother told him, get up, you know, and it was clear. But he was very respectful. And I mean, of course, there was a lot of plans of kissing. You know, everybody wanted to have their first kiss that night, you know. So they put in the missile, you know, I didn't have you know, I was still in my transitioning moment. I was still trying to understand my surroundings. So that night you could hear it, but there were plans. I heard about plans of people trying to be this virgin that night, do stuff. Everybody was just having their corners. So there was a lot of excitement on where you're going to stay, whose house are you going to, how are you going to plan it. Me, I didn't have that kind of planning, but I was just watching. So it's not today. The point I'm trying to make is that this thing we're seeing is not today. But of course, because we grab cultures from different parts of the world, somehow we've taken to the point where even our children here, when the prom night is not just about the clothes, they have plans afterwards. So let's start with what we see. What are your thoughts on the fact that it's not just me? For me, I'm going beyond the dressing and the clothes and the cars. Is the fact that these kids, they've gone haywire. So let me hear your thoughts on this new culture of prom that has crept into our system and is eating deep into, especially private schools, I would say.
Yeah.
Who would like to jump in first?
Okay.
What are your thoughts, Nima?
I thought she was going because her daughter just. Yeah, I just did. Okay,
that's true. Did you just?
Yes, we just did. We just.
I had the prom.
Yeah, but we really fought. We quarreled plenty times. We talked about the dress and everything. But the truth is that, first of all, let me say, you know, we copy all of this culture, but we don't copy very well. When we copy, you know, we just copy a little. And luckily for us, she was in boarding school, so we had to take her to school, and then they're going to spend the night. So there was nothing like cars, you know, dropping, all those other stuff that they do. So first of all, the dressing. We had a fight concerning what she wanted to wear. First of all, she came up, she said she wanted to wear a certain color, and you know, the style was going to be open body and everything. I said, no, we can't do open body. She said, but this person is doing open body, this person is doing. I said, I am not. This is, Ramatu is a different mother. She's not like all the other mothers. The other mothers, if they are okay with their child, it's fine. But me, we are not going to do that. So we had that. We finished with that one. Last we got a dress that was going to cover up, but look elegant and nice. No slit. We started with slit again. She said she wanted the slit to stop. I said no slit. Just make sure that the dress is, you know, free, so that you'll be able to move around freely. And we finished with that one. We started with nails. She brought nails. She said she wanted to do long nails. I said, nails, Islamically, it's not even allowed in the first place. But because it's your prom, because I promised her a long time ago, I said, your prom, you're going to do anything you like. So she brought the nails, it was too long. I said, no, we have to do at a certain length. I brought it short to a very short length. She said, no. I said, no, we are going to do that. That is what we are going to do. And at the end of the day, she didn't get that. She did what I wanted her to do, and she started keeping malice with me. She used to talk to me, and I told her that no, you must talk. I made sure that she, when she's going out and she doesn't say anything, I'll come. I'll say, come. You've not said anything to me. You must say something to me. If not, this prom you won't even do it at all. I'll just cancel it. But their prom was very simple. It was nice. It was not. You just give them room to exhibit one or two of their stuff, but. It was well organized. There was nobody that went overboard. There was nothing at all of that sort. So yeah, but when I see these videos, these ones are just.
But the truth is that the pressure. I mean, I'm not sure if our directors will be able to, our producers are going to show the video, but the pressure is real, Mariam. Like the kids, you almost sometimes feel bad for them because they feel like, oh my God, mommy, please, I need this day. What are your thoughts on this?
Okay,
this
so
culture?
there are two things. There's the extravagant show of wealth, that's on the one hand, but then you were also talking about some of the plans the children had themselves, like what they were going to use that prom day to do, and some of them were not very nice, not very helpful. And then while you were saying, I was just thinking back when I was in secondary school, what the thoughts were for us when we were approaching graduation from secondary school. We didn't have prom. We just had that final speech and prize giving day. I hope I'm remembering correctly. I don't think there was anything like a prom. Yes, eventually people would have like private parties where they had friends, they would go. That's after school. And one of the things we were looking forward to was putting relaxers on our hair. Like, can you imagine? Like that was the, I'm telling you, like for us, that was the height. Like, put relaxers on our hair and do the hair. But then the conversation of kissing, I have to be honest with you, it came up. So it's a natural thing. We would sit there as girls, because we went to an all-girls school. Many people were like, they're going to have a boyfriend. They're going to do the they're going to do the kissing. It was like, now finally I can do what I want to do. So that when I get to university, I'm going to. So these are conversations that young people have. So let's not make it as if it's just now. The only thing I would say is, because we have been through it, let's make it... let's realize that this happens and have a conversation with our children as they prepare for the next stage of their lives. Let's know that we were there once. We remember what the craze was about and have the conversations with them on how to be an adult safely, and just talk to them more about sex education, because to be honest with you, some people got pregnant while we were in school, some people got HIV, there's so many things because of that that tradition of not even talking about it. The fact that you even talk about it or think about it, then you are a horrible person. So you talk to your friends who didn't know any better, or you talk to adults that did not want your best interest. So now that you mentioned, I was like, these are conversations I must now have. Must make sure I'm deliberate about having with those who feel like this is now the rite of passage to now do anything and everything. So that was on one side. And now about this show of whatever. You see, a part of me thinks it's too much, right? But then my daughter's graduation, her school, I thought it was just too. Yes. I didn't know, I was not happy like that. It was not. It was just, I just felt like a little bit more celebratory. But what they did, they celebrated those who did well academically. Her father thought it was the best he has ever been to. And he thought that that's very important, that is what you should push. And I agree. But just thought you should have had a little bit more flair. But, it's not, yes, but, and to be honest, sitting back and thinking about it, I think the way they did it was the best. Really. Because he said it's primary school going on secondary school. What exactly do you want? What's important? They should know that where they're headed is about education, It's not about just throwing, So for me, now, with the wisdom from my husband and just looking at things, I think we should really pipe down on that show of, that's just show of wealth. Because what really are we teaching our children that is important in this world? What should they really be aiming for? Because it seems as if...
Nima, what are your own thoughts on this?
Just because that video has played,
it's
what I saw in that video that is still disturbing my head. There's no way. I don't think I will even evolve to when I would understand that My son has to, get a big car, arrive with pomp and pageantry because it's school. Refuse to teach children to own their own identity, love themselves, the right values. You will see the confidence and arrogance the child did not grow into, but had to learn it to show up at a secondary school graduation called prom. It was a graduation party. Leave it as graduation party. We pick and choose. And when we go to certain countries and see that they don't pick it, I wonder, is there a cane behind us telling us that anything westernized is the only way to think? I can't understand it. I think that these are times that, cultural identity should be highlighted. If somebody can sit down, since schools must do this, and design something that can represent us, can copy it and look like us, I would love that. But you see this copycat, the perfect copy is annoying. And schools do it. Right. This is even the simplest we've seen. There was one. The parents would not have spent anything less than $1 million on any of the girls' dresses.
$1 million is cheap.
It's cheap, Abby. Thank you. And the designers of designers the girls were flaunting labels.
Can you even blame these people? Because what they are wearing, the dresses I see are things I see at AMVCA.
Yes.
I see these are the kids are watching all these celebrities wear all this couture, and they want to replicate it.
No, they're not meant to. Kids.
But those
Thank you.
So who is to blame? Is it the parents or is it the kids who are aspiring to do?
Let's assume that they got into school at the ages they ought to get into school. 10 years, 11 years. They can't be 18 in this video.
Yeah, 15, 16.
So their parents consented to all of this. There's no way you want to explain it to me.
They paid for it.
The school would have organized and said this is the standard, and at PTA meeting nobody said no. This will be teaching the children extravagance, teaching some form of arrogance, and there will be some of, can we do it in a way that the children will imbibe values? This is our own school standard. Can we teach it such that, can we hold a graduation party for them such that values is what they will take home? As opposed to this, because the girls were all made up. I particularly appreciated Ramatu's daughter when she came for her makeup for prom. Now she corrects the mama and the makeup artist that this is too loud for her face. And the makeup artist kept proving her wrong and right. It took time to tell her how she's okay. The poor girl, until they went to clean up everything on her face and make it look just powder. She didn't want to leave. She looked sad until they did that. So imagine children knowing better than adults.
But she's also the one that wanted very long nails. It's a balance.
I would conversation. My mom was the one telling me. But I'm just saying, we are adults. We are the parents.
Yes.
Our children shouldn't know better.
So I want us to take this in layer by layer.
Okay.
Let's start first from the school. What is the role of the school in planning a prom? Should there be certain guidelines?
Yes,
because a school will tell me, the school will tell the parent, sorry, you cannot wear this or you cannot wear that. And the parent will say, sorry, you have no rights. You can afford to bring a limousine. We can afford to use our Mercedes. We can afford to make so you cannot tell us it's our last day. Because I've been in a few meetings with the parents. It's like, give it to them. Let the children enjoy. It's the only time they have, So they're arguing. So my question is, let's start with the school. What role should the school play in these kinds of things?
Can I?
Go ahead.
The school for me is the final say on how any event is carried out in their school. That community, they're the head of that community, the school community. They house all kinds of parents, different kinds of parents from different backgrounds, social, economic, religious, and they have to put all these differences into consideration. So they are the only ones at the end that can say, this is what we think will work best for this community, that would reflect, at least to a certain degree, everybody's preferences and, preferences. Because I have seen, conversations that have happened concerning prom, where some parents want to just give everything, go spend anything, but you have parents that may not be able to afford it. And you don't want them to bring their children to that same community and they're feeling left out or feeling like they haven't done enough for their children. So I respect schools, no matter how, as a parent, you feel aggrieved, that understand, see, you're one person in this group and we need to consider everyone else. Concerning the dressing as well, the school is in a community, in a country that is quite conservative. And if there are some schools that are also like maybe Christian schools or Muslim schools, so those guidelines also is implemented in how they dress, they speak and carry themselves. So if it goes out of that particular guideline or guideline for them, the school has the right to say, we're not doing this. So for me, when I see videos like this, it is it shows that the school consented to it. In fact, that the school gave the guidelines to say, these are the sort of things that we would like to see.
Yeah.
But
it seems to have lined up even the juniors to welcome
come and
them.
watch and welcome them.
Yes. So let me take this call from Jake. I'll come to you, Nima. Jake, thanks for calling your line. Hello, Jake.
Hello, how are you?
Good morning. Go ahead, please.
Good morning. I'm Kay from Abuja. I just saw the program, the topic you're discussing about the opulence, thin opulence, prom night, and the pride.
Yes.
And to my mind, I just want to say something. The problem we have in the society is that of bad parenting. Most of the parents that we have now are so terrible that they allow their words to do whatever they want to do. And schools, because the proprietors just want to make money, they will consent to whatever they are doing. If I own a school, for instance, I will have my rules. It's either you take it or you take a walk. I used to be a PTA chairman in a school for 6 years when my words were there. And we had our rules. When somebody came that, okay, she is a major general, whatever, I gladly told the man, please tell your daughter and take a walk from the school. These students that are doing this one now, just because they are finishing secondary school, what would they do if they earn a PhD? They are not even sure that when they get to the university, they can hold it. So I think parents should just learn to teach their children to be able to live a better adult life.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Kay. We're going to be very short. When I come back, I'll start with Nima. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will
Imagine a country with over 300 plenty languages. Why you go the only focus on Yoruba, Hausa, and Igbo? Where we get a common language where they unite everybody from Oga to even Madam self and every person waiting for street. That's now why we dey introduce to 89.9 Yanga FM, the #1 urban pidgin radio station where they unite us all. From the award-winning breakfast show Waiting Day with your brother, your friend Wale Po.
Everywhere. So Boko.
for this.
This na Cruise Express.
And this go be the best 4 hours of our life. Country people, make una join us.
Now we be What's Up Naija crew. Now we they give you what they sup for inside we country.
Yes, so
keep it loud.
If God be your papa, why you not gonna make younger?
How do I holla?
Now here we dey settle all the matter.
Bro, we right here. Nobody better than we, right?
Okay, now whispers be that. Make I just be the last sensible voice where you go hear.
Now we be 89.9 Yanga FM.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers. Efficient, it's comfortable.
The trains are long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government. I will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyinbo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call a permanent solution.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crimes of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe is achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless.
I'm
Adedoja Salamadini. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
I'm Nifemi Oguntoye, news anchor with TVC News. My day is usually busy and it's difficult keeping up with breaking news stories, trending stories, business news.
Thanks for staying with us. All right, so before the break, we're talking about the various layers. We started with the school, and Mariam was telling us exactly the role of the school. Nima, you're going to jump in.
Mariam said she wanted to finish. No, okay. So, for me, Mariam hits the nail on the head. The schools, for me, are just setting up parents. They're giving us the opportunity to either show that we have family values or that we are open to any value that's our mops. So, whatever standards they put out there, we mop it up. Ordinarily, your child should be taught empathy, be grounded and all of that, right values of thought and everything. But when you do a prom that you need to show off, and for instance, some parents in some schools take ordinary birthday parties to pepper the next person. In my son's school, my daughter's school even has an orphanage quota in their school. So whatever you people are saying, those students come to school, the same school bus picks them, goes to Ikeja, picks those children to her school. So she mixes with them just to give them, that the world view that is not about, the affluent alone. In my son's school, we don't do birthday parties. You're not allowed to bring them cake. I see the schools in my own neighborhood. My children cannot attend any school in my immediate neighborhood.
Why?
One parent will not carry box. I was like, they were doing a 4-year-old's party. If you see the gift pack was statements, the mother was sweating from head to toe. She even sat down, they draw eyebrow all the way to here. I was like, what's the proprietor saying? She now said, she was not coming in the evening. I was like, what a day. Where have you been? Say, I've been in my daughter's school. Today is her birthday. I said, is it your birthday? If you see the dress, the poor little girl had to drag the tail. They plait the girl hair, they draw the scalp, everything was too tight. I said, these are children. Who stole your own child? Do you like this? That you had to do all of this. And other parents in the school, immediately, 2 at least, fell for it. No. Once when she comes home, come and go shop. What's that?
Did she call a name now?
What's that? We can't, schools must, if schools fail to understand, that's the role of PTA. Thanks to that last caller. But if the schools do not understand, I will single out my own child from that crowd. In our school now, they are owing me at least 3 or 4 years of closing graduation parties. My child is not graduating. You have deducted the money from school fees. You have compelled us to pay. We have paid. He's not graduating. I will leave my house on the day of graduation. Just come and sit in a crowd of people from morning till 6 p.m. because somebody else is graduating. When it's final year, we will do our own. We'll come out for the.
Let me take Husseini from Jos. Good morning, Husseini. You're live.
Yes, Morayo. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
You see, some things that some of the schools today are doing, in fact, there is no moral. And when you look at all these things, you ask yourself, where is it heading to? Are they channeled towards building the morals of these children? Is it channeled towards bringing any success in the life of these children, or is trying to demoralize them or send them into a wrong direction? People are watching this, and one thing with this country is that when other schools now, they see it and they will start copying all these things.
Yeah, true.
In fact, Ministry of Education I think it's time for them to begin to watch some of the activities that some of these schools are doing.
The Ministry of
Because
Education.
all these things is on the media space, and children are watching it.
That
is so
it's really, really quite embarrassing. It's not helpful. Children of this age, by the time they go into higher institution, we are training them in this manner. Tomorrow, will your child or your daughter go up?
I don't know. I hear the Ministry of Education. I'm not sure I totally agree. Because I don't think we need the Ministry of Education to know something as basic as this. I mean, the ministry is supposed to be government to regulate. There's some certain things that you don't need, you just need common sense. Because sometimes I look at our world and our country and I say, sometimes as Nigerians, we are totally blinded. Because we copy things from places where they have that basic amenities. You know, somebody is planning an Oscar Awards. They live in a country where they have electricity, they have boiling water, they have running water, they have roads, they have schools, they have good healthcare. They have no problem. So guess what? They can say, I want to wear a house on my head as a hat because they have. I'm making a point. The point is that sometimes we don't wake up and smell the coffee because we think someone is going to want Messiah. Is coming to fix Nigeria. There's no Messiah, Nima. We as Nigerians, the only way we can fix our problem is when we realize, hello, we are in a very poor country. And when you start making money as a person, the next thing is not for you to go and give your daughter 1 million or 2 million to go and buy a dress. Because you are thinking, I told you the other day that I was planning on doing some things for my body. I said, if I don't have that 5 million naira that is not doing anything, because I have work to do. So we see the thing, but as a human being that lives in Nigeria, if you're observant, prioritize what we need to do as a nation. That's why sometimes I like to talk about
it's
China.
a selfish one.
But you see,
I have arrived. I have the money. It's because Miriam don't have the money. That's why she's hating on me. That's how I will see it. But the Ministry of Education will regulate the businessmen who own schools.
We don't need a ministry to do that, Nima. I disagree.
They are educationists who own schools. The business of education is what they are derailing from. It is the business of the ministry to ensure that they are in line with what education conforms with. All those businessmen who own school, they are profit makers. They see when they create these trends, you know how much money go trickle down in the trickle down. They might be the ones suggesting tailors because you know this one they have snatched up. See, when the ministry says in our schools just as we do in our movies. A lot of the movies and music that appeal to the walls that you say they have light, everything. Even when we have light, should not appeal here. Because it's not our culture. Even when we have all the amenities that you just mentioned, it is not our way. Our regulatory authorities must regulate them just the way we regulate all those standards of things so that our kids grow in a certain way. They must regulate this trend. This is trend. This is TikTok that is guiding all of us.
So our cultural values is going down. You can't compare the things that they do abroad and compare it with the ones here because we already have a culture. We are not supposed to be leaving our body open, doing all this kind of dressing and all. But now we find ourselves doing it, and there's a lot of pressure on the parents.
They beat us.
So, but the pressure is on
There's
the
no
parents.
pressure.
Do you understand?
You want to do.
So the truth is that this school is the only one that can regulate because all parents, if you see what parents want to do. Parenting is different. The way I want to bring up my daughter is different from the way you want to bring up your own daughter. It's different from the way you want to. So everybody has different ways. So it's the school that is responsible to make sure that, okay, their rules and regulations are being followed. There's a school close to my house, an expensive school. When it was time for their prom, they did everything classy. How did they do it? They made sure that they got a car. There was a Prado Jeep. That was when they were bringing their kids. They brought out what they are supposed to wear, the kind of dressing that they should cover this, make sure that your dress is this, and the color. You understand? No slits, nothing. This is what we want. This is the kind of hairstyle we want. Bring them in. We are going to do their makeup for them. So as they were coming, they brought in private board. Before they came in, they selected their partners and everything. So as you are coming, when your partner is here, you wait. The Prado Jeep will come, carry you in, do the red carpet event, everything, and then you go in. That was how they did. They made sure that they took charge of everything. Leaving parents. Have you been on parents' WhatsApp group? Do you see the argument that happens there?
As in kids doing frontal.
You see the argument that happens there. Between the school and parents. Everybody wants to be heard.
So
every parent
I was
wants
going
to be
to say
heard.
about the Ministry of Education, and I think that our caller made a point with that. And I get where you're coming from when you say it's common sense. But in a situation where common sense has taken flight, then you need the government to come and instill it. But the problem we will have right now is the Ministry of Education doesn't even know where we're headed. Does it understand? Is there a vision for how we want our schools to carry themselves, conduct themselves, and how the children in those schools should conduct themselves? The reason why I think the Ministry of Education should come in is that when it looks like it's getting out of hand, when the show of wealth is looking like it's getting out of hand, it's okay for a school, the Ministry of Education, to come in and make sure that at least some basic things are being followed. Or else we'll just allow schools to come up with different things, and before long what we'll see, this will be nothing compared to what schools will be able to get away with. We have, all we're discussing, we say is the school that determines in the end how parents and students should carry themselves. But when the schools themselves have lost the vision, and if the schools feel that their vision is about making money, let's see how we can cater to all these needs and all the money we need to make. They would not pay attention to the values that are important. So but finally, you know, we need to understand as a country what our vision is for our children in school. When they are leaving school, what do we want them to leave? I was asking earlier before we started the show how they do it in China. And the reason why I'm talking about China is that, you know, we had the privilege of going there. And there's so many things I noticed. I noticed that these people are very jealous of their own culture, jealous of their language, jealous of their money. You know, they are proud of it and they do everything to preserve it. That's how I see them. In our own country, we think our values, our culture, our money, whatever it is inferior to the West. In China, they think differently. Everything that they have, they want to guard it and protect it. And for me, I saw a lot of good in that. I met a couple of people on the train, and you know, they were asking me, do you have TikTok? And then they said, oh, yours is international TikTok, it's not China TikTok. We are not on international TikTok. No Chinese person is on international TikTok. The ones that we are on, the social media that we're on, that we're complaining of all sorts of things that's happening, they say they are not on that. Their country is still protecting their people. Some of us will see it as gagging, but I'm seeing how it's helping these people. It's helping them in how they carry themselves. The technological advancements that they have, would think that because they are being protected, oh, nothing good happens in their country. But there are so many things that they are doing way better than the West because they have preserved their culture and their values.
We have to wrap up because we have our guest coming up very soon. But I think the point I was trying to make earlier is that, you see, there's some data that I wish I had with me. In schools, teachers are looking, universities are looking for teachers, professors. We don't have enough teachers. Even schools, primary schools are looking for qualified teachers. Most of our youngsters going to university, all of them want to do mass comm. They want to be Mariam Longet, they want to be Mariam, they want to be a TV presenter, they want to speak. 99, like when they all graduate, the pressure to accept or absorb someone from mass communication is huge because every school has thousands. Nobody's going into law as much as before. Doctor, we don't have enough people doing all those serious core subjects that would help build this nation. Even education. Kids don't pick those subjects anymore. Because the truth is that we don't have that proper guidance. Parents are not focusing on the important things. It is the irrelevant things like prom night, dress, luxury, do your hair. That is your focus. When your real focus really is how do we prepare these millions of young people to fix Nigeria, to prepare them to educate them, to get their minds programmed for this nation. That's not our business, because that's what they do in China. From birth, from childhood, the children, even the parents know that I'm grooming this child to fix to China. Our own parents in our own brains doesn't tell us that. The only thing of prom night,
raising our children so that they can be Americans.
God bless you. We're exporting these children to go to China. We're exporting them to go to America. We're just exporting these children. Where are we going to fix this nation? So parents are focusing on this kind of silly things, and it's so annoying. It is annoying. It's heart-wrenching. To see things like this, because and that's why we keep pointing. That's why I don't want to also focus on ministry, because Nigerians are used to pointing fingers, forgetting that the fall at us. We as a people, it's easy to say Ministry of Education, but no, we have responsibilities too.
So our languages were also fading away until the Lagos State House of Assembly thought it wise that there's no business, there's no way Yoruba language will fade away in a state like Lagos. Lagos is the most cosmopolitan, what's the word? State. And they did something about it. My kids are compelled to learn Yoruba in school. They speak it at home. Everybody's joking with this. But now they speak Yoruba the way we learned it. I had A1 in Yoruba language in my WAEC. They compelled each person to learn it. They do their house assembly business in language. That's what regulation can do. That influence has trickled down a lot of ways. People are now confidently speaking their language. When we were growing up, it was vernacular. It was ashamed. Some families were ashamed to speak it in their homes. Until a state said, this is our language, it is our heritage. Before some parents now, you see some people, children can understand, cannot understand. That's what regulation can do.
Our guest is waiting. Let me just wrap this up so that we can bring in our guest. Let's go on a very short break. When we come back, our guest will join us. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Chef.
Mr. Chef, what's your secret?
My secret is the wide range of seasoning powders from Mr. Chef. Perfect for meals such as spicy stew, goat meat, roasted beef, fried rice,
stock exchange and water view. But with TVC News on WhatsApp, I'm able to catch up with all the breaking news, real-time updates and trending stories on the go right on my phone, no matter where I am. It's quick, easy and always on. And here you can join us by scanning the QR code or using the link on our X and Instagram. Why wait? Come to the side of news that keeps you ahead. TVC News, first with breaking news.
I'm Miriam Lunge. I'm a passionate environment advocate and a published author.
I am the founder of Celebration, a businesswoman, and a fashion icon.
I am a wealth coach and a real estate developer.
I am Amako Arakwe. I'm a corporate commercial lawyer and an entrepreneur.
Barka da warhaka. I am Ramatu Shehu Oyibo, an entrepreneur and a business coach.
I am the voice of an average Muslim woman, an hijabite, and a lawyer.
I am a polymath and a serial entrepreneur.
I am Murayo Afolabi Brown, Managing Director, TVC Entertainment. I'm a media consultant, producer, and broadcaster.
The ladies of your view are made of women from different professions, tribes, cultures, and religion. Join us every Monday to Friday as we share our views on topical and social issues.
This is not just a round table. This is the Black Table.
This is the Black Table, where real men speak the truth about the world we live in, the games we play, the power we chase, and the women who shake it off. Unfiltered.
There's this entitlement to choice.
Unapologetic.
There's something in sociology that said even crime has an advantage in the society.
Unafraid.
In my practice, I found that sometimes the woman is saying honey, but you are hearing monkey.
Sports, politics, culture, women, and what it means to be a man in today's world. No scripts, no safe zones, just grown conversations. So pull up a chair if you're built for it. This is the Black Table.
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Monday Morning on Your View. I am Murayo Afolabi Brown.
Imagine a country with over 320 plenty languages. Why you go the only focus on Yoruba, Hausa and Igbo? Where we get a common language where they unite everybody from Oga to even Madam self and every person wey dey for street. That's now why we dey introduce you 89.9 Yanga FM, the #1 urban pidgin radio station where they unite us all. From the award-winning breakfast show Waiting Day with your brother, your friend Wale Po.
Everywhere. So Boko.
This na Cruise Express.
And this go be the best 4 hours of our life. Country people, make una join us.
Now we be What's Up Naija crew. Now we they give you what they sup for inside we country.
Yes, so
keep it loud.
If God be your papa, why you not gonna make younger?
How do I holla? Now here we dey settle all the matter.
Bro, you're right here. Nobody better than we, right?
I can always best be that. Make I just be the last sensible voice where you go hear.
Now we be 89.9 Yanga FM.
Thanks for staying with us. Our celebrity guest is a versatile actress, television presenter, and entrepreneur who is well known as the presenter of the popular Gbajumo Oshiri, where she celebrated entertainers and celebrities. She was featured in several Nollywood movies. Welcome with us the beautiful Adedoyin Kukoyi in the building.
Thank you.
Good to have you on
set. Good to be here. You ladies are amazing. You're doing so very well.
Man, I mean, just to think that Gbajumo Oshiri ran for 11 years on African Magic.
Yes,
that's a success. Please
yes, it did.
Give it up.
Yes,
Take the flowers.
Thank you.
Before we go into your interview, I mean, before you came on, we're talking about the extravagant lifestyle of youngsters when it comes to prom nights, schools allowing it, parents allowing it. The pressure. Young people have that kind of pressure where they want to look a certain way. I mean, they see their celebrities on the popular awards nights, and they just want to look that way for that one day. You know, and sometimes I hear my daughter say, "Mommy, I did well in school." Because when I try to restrict certain things, I did well.
They try to blackmail you.
This summer, it will give me some laxities, please. All I'm asking, I only have 8 weeks. Allow me, and I'm thinking. You know, so that pressure is real. Let's share with us just some of your own experience, especially in prom night issues.
Well, recently my second son, they had theirs in school, and before then, you know, he had a picture of what he wanted to look like on that day, like in terms of the dressing. I think a celebrity that he wanted to replicate, you know, and he was saying that to me, and I said to him, "Look here, it's fine. I mean, I don't have any problem with you enjoying yourself. You guys have worked so hard. You want to have fun. It's okay. But please, we're going to do it within my capacity. And you're still going to look absolutely good on that day. You will enjoy yourself. But please, I'm not ready to spend excessively." You understand? And we had a conversation about it. He understood the angle I was coming from. And we narrowed it down. If I give you the list of things my son wanted,
Did you do limousine?
How? Mama entered limousine before. I've never entered a limo before. Yeah, do you understand? Exactly. So why would I want to portray a lifestyle that I do not have right now? I might have it later, but not now. Do you understand? So we narrowed it down. We did a suit that was really nice, and he had fun.
Some people will say it's aspirational. We do it for our children so that they can aspire to be bigger than what we are.
There are better ways we can encourage our kids. You know, they want to be entrepreneurs. They want to go into... He tells me, "Mommy, please, I need a web developer. There is this project I want to do." I mean, that kind of a thing. Yes. I will encourage you. When you have your money, please buy yourself a limo, but don't forget to buy your mother one.
Okay, let's talk about you, your project. I mean, let's talk for those who have not seen you in a while. So I say, "I've not seen her. Where has she been? Where have you been?"
I have been around. I've been working. I've never stopped working, you know, for one day. After running Gbajumo Oshiri for 11 years, you know, I mean, the idea is for you to move higher. So I started my own program, which I call Ito Adedoyin. And it's running to, I had the first season, now we're on the second season. But this time, it's not just celebrities. You know, because a lot of people are doing well outside, they are impacting lives, and we don't get to celebrate them. So that Ito Adedoyin gives you the opportunity, you know, to come on the show. Let's get to meet you. Let's celebrate you. Let's appreciate you. I mean, that would help you or allow you even do more, and that's what we do.
So me, I watched Gbajumo Oshiri a lot. I loved it. I loved the. You know, when
the music part where they dance.
No, that's the final part. She always knocks them out.
Okay.
So most of them couldn't dance. But when they pick from the Sholaya, Sholaya segment, that's when we know the Yoruba actors were cramming their lines. You know?
Well, like I say, Nima, it's Yoruba. I'll say it in Yoruba. Yoruba Gungon. No one is an island of knowledge. You cannot know it all. A lot of work is being put into that project. You understand? I also got to learn a lot, because the first time we started, almost everybody that knew me called and said, "Kolejewo niyen now. Kolejewo lo so Yoruba yen now." It's not possible. How? From where? Yes, because
I find it difficult to believe. I thought you were the most fluent Yoruba
How? It was a challenge.
So it was producers.
It was because the executive producer who happens to be a friend. We're talking and we're sharing ideas when she wanted to start the program. And, you know, we had this beautiful plan and everything. Then she just said, go plan, see who's going to present it. And I'm like, oh, come on, I'll do it. Please, go and sit down. Please, go and sit down.
Like Mariah said she wants to host a Yoruba show.
Do you understand? So, Mariah, you can do it. I will tell you that, yes, you can. Everyone, even my families, they called and said, no, possible. Could that have been me? Like, AI, but there was no AI. You know, so it came to me as a challenge, and I just said, look, I'm Yoruba, born, bred, buttered. Come on.
Yeah. But, you know, such an iconic show.
Thank you.
That you made such a huge impact. Like, just you're self-recognized.
Thank you.
But how do you move from there to what? You know, like, this is such a huge achievement. How have you, what happened? Like, is this, yes, I want to rest. Oh, yes, I've done enough. I want to do other things. What was it that...
Before you answer that question, let's show the movie, your movie.
Okay.
Because I know you're acting now. All right, I guess we'll sort that out. So acting, I know you've been acting after Gbajúmọ̀. Tell us about that.
Okay, well, that is not true. Acting actually started before Gbajúmọ̀. If we count now, I've been in the industry for 29 years.
Wow.
Yes, I started acting before, way before. Okay, no, I started TV before. But I mean, acting has been on for me for many years, and at some point I stopped to go have a family. You know, then yes, I came back, and I also left at some point again to do the normal 9 to 5. I was with Multi-Choice, I was with Virgin, you know, then went back, you know, because if it's a passion, there's really nothing you can do about it. It will keep coming. Whatever you do, you feel you've not achieved, you're not fulfilled.
Right.
Until you go back to that thing that
gives you joy.
That gives you joy. That's it.
I'm told the video is ready now. Let's see if we can watch it.
You may rejoice and be glad in it. May God continue to make your life beautiful in every way and give you peace. Amen.
How long are you going to punish yourself as if you are the one who made her die? I'm not going to stay with you forever.
We have sanity all around. But the moment it comes in, this world is trouble.
We've been married for 23 good years. I have never ever cheated on you.
I love you.
I love you.
Your blood is hot. How do you intend to manage all of that now?
You are not my husband. I don't need your toxic self.
Heavenly Father, I commit my husband into your hands. Whatever he is doing right now, let him deliver excellently.
It's good riddance to bad rubbish.
Have you tried talking to him about it?
Babe, when's your wedding band?
I want a divorce.
Tell us about this project.
Okay, this is my very first movie. Yes, and produced by myself. Yeah.
Nice. Congratulations.
Yes. Thank you. And for me, I am more of a family person. I wanted to like portray something that could help the family, you know, because now families are tearing apart. Knowingly or unknowingly. Sometimes, okay, here in this movie, we had a story of two families. One that felt if I don't work, my family won't survive, which is true. But isn't there a limit to how you can do things and not neglect your primary assignment as a man? If you're working, today you're in London, tomorrow you're in the US, next tomorrow you're in Abuja, you're leaving certain people behind. They're growing. You're growing on your own, they're growing, but you guys are not growing together. You know, and that was the story of one of the guys there who was quite passionate about his job, and, you know, his wife got tired. The wife became the father, the mother to the son. They only had a child. And she got frustrated. The child, too, could not feel the connect between himself and his father. So one of those times he was going on a business trip, he overheard the son talking to a friend and saying, you know, I don't even know him. I don't feel anything for him.
Don't know my father.
Anytime he's around, there's always problem.
Wow.
I prefer my mother, you know, to my father. That gave him a heartbreak. So he decided, you know what, I'm not going on this trip. Okay, let's have a family time together. They were having a good time somewhere.
Don't tell us the whole movie.
I will not. A call came in, you know, and it was work. The wife was, okay, what's going on now? Is that work? She got frustrated. Going, she got knocked down. She died.
Yikes.
The man never forgave himself. The son never forgave the father. You know, so they had like that. Then the other family got, you know, who wasn't so satisfied with what he has, started doing nonsense outside.
Auntie doing what inspired this?
What inspired it exactly?
Life.
Life.
Experiences. People's moments. We hear a lot of things happen. Friends will talk to you. Families will talk to you. I decided to bring all of this together and let's learn from it.
So when is this movie coming out and where can we watch it?
Okay, it's going to be on the Nkukoi TV.
Okay.
Of course. It's going to be on, thank you, ladies. It's going to be on the Nkukoi TV. It's going to be released on the 29th of August.
Okay.
Yes. Premiere is on the 22nd, which is next week, Friday.
Fantastic. Well done.
Thank you.
So this is the first of many?
By God's grace, yes. The door is open. So we're going to be doing quite a lot.
So the actors, what was the process? Why did you pick them, or people just did like cold auditions?
Every person you see there are my personal people, you know.
I see.
You've worked with them over the years.
How long did it take you to write this story?
This story took me over a year.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I would think, oh, no, let's clear this one. Let's put this one. You know, so it was a process. Yes, it took over a year.
Being a producer, now that you've done it, what do you think?
I did just it was beautiful. I mean, you know, because it's what I've been used to doing.
Okay.
Whilst we were on that set, I didn't see myself as a producer. I saw myself as an actor.
Okay.
Do you understand?
You must have had a good team then.
Yes, they were doing their thing, and I was acting.
Okay.
Nobody came to me for money. No, I wasn't interested. My own is to act, and that was what I did. The name, just the production of the Nkuko is just.
Okay, you mentioned that you started TV long before acting.
Yes.
And I just kept thinking, which platform did you start TV?
AIT, Ray Power first, then AIT.
Okay,
yes.
English.
Yes, English. Yes. I was with the likes of Jumobi, Adigbeson, Tosin, Adikoya. Then we won the Dokpese. I was under the tutelage of Ambrose Shomide and the rest, yes.
Okay, so what do you expect to achieve with this movie? You know, some people, they will put a movie out there just to make money or just to make sure that, okay, look, I'm here or I'm out, so I can write, I can direct.
Mine is neither. It's just for us to learn and take our minds away from the unrealistic things we try to portray most times, and let's face the reality. That these are, let's learn from it. Let's learn it from your experience, how living your career,
taking a break to motherhood and then coming back. How did you come back? Because some people always feel like once you become a mother, priorities change, and it's always difficult to go back. I'm not saying you abandoned it, but to focus now on that career, because especially your industry too, people always perceive notions of, oh, you have to do this person, you have to know this person. So how was it for you? How was that transitioning for you?
Maybe I should say I was lucky. Okay. And and apart from that, me having my own USP, my own unique selling point, it's not a do or die affair for me. You understand? When you know that you're good at this, if it comes, you would, that person that brings you on will not be disappointed. They will want to use you. And for me to also realize that, look, it's not in all movies that I'll feature. I've got my friends who are doing cinema jobs and all of that. I'm not in those jobs because they did not write a script that will fit my person. But then I'm still happy for them. I still go for their premieres. I still post their stuff and all of that. So if you know that, look, if it's your time, it is your time.
Yeah.
There's no
Talking about that, we have time. Years of experience being in this media space. There's a young girl thinking, I would like to go in there. What are the prospects? What advice would you also give someone who's just starting off in this career that will help her succeed in this industry and enjoy it even? And enjoy,
yes.
Well.
The basic thing is know what you want.
Okay.
Not because this person is doing this person is achieving this, then I want to do it too. No. What is that thing that will make you stand out? What is that thing that would make producers want to talk to you, want you to be in their movies? What is that thing you do different from every other person? So if you know all of that, then come on, go ahead. Don't give up, because the road isn't easy. It's going to be rough.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us. We wish you all the best in this new movie.
Thank you.
And I'm sure we will definitely go and
I just
subscribe
on
and watch it.
notification so that nothing will join.
Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
That's all we can take on today's show. Join the ladies of Your View Pigeon tomorrow for another exciting episode of Your View. Have a fabulous weekend. See you Monday. Bye for now.